The wild boar population has surged to over 2.60 million, appearing everywhere from remote farms to suburban backyards. These animals are highly destructive, uprooting land, polluting water resources, and competing with native wildlife for food, often displacing species from their natural habitats. Managing this population is not a recreational activity but a necessary conservation effort to protect farmland, communities, and ecosystems. At dawn, with strategies carefully planned and roles clearly assigned, hunting teams deployed with focus and precision. On the western hillside, a critical choke point was monitored. A massive wild boar suddenly burst from the brush at full speed. With accurate timing and a steady aim, the animal was neutralized before it could escape into the forest. The area was temporarily secured, marking a successful start to the day's operations. On the eastern flank, another wild boar raced across open terrain at high speed, demonstrating agility and strength. Through careful positioning and rapid response, the animal was intercepted and neutralized with a single decisive shot, ending the immediate threat efficiently. As the day progressed, hunters ventured deeper into dense thickets, where visibility was limited and the animal's speed posed a challenge. Wild boars frequently used natural trails to escape, but coordinated strategies allowed hunters to anticipate movements and position themselves advantageously. Quick, precise action successfully curtailed the boar's destructive behavior. With nightfall approaching, thermal imaging equipment enabled the teams to continue monitoring and controlling wild boar populations effectively. From these vantage points, hunters identified the largest individuals in open clearings. Carefully targeted shots neutralized the primary threats, while the remaining animals dispersed, minimizing risk to human settlements and crops. The following morning, teams returned to track and manage any remaining boars. Lead animals were often targeted first to disperse the group and prevent further destruction. Repeated, precise action ensured that farmland remained protected and that the population could be maintained at safer levels. Across Europe, wild boars have become a significant problem for residents and farmers alike. These animals invade and devastate crops, and despite repeated efforts, their numbers continue to grow, requiring persistent management strategies. In early morning operations, teams positioned themselves in freshly harvested fields where open terrain left no cover for the animals. A single large wild boar, sometimes weighing nearly 100 kilograms, can travel at remarkable speeds. Coordinated pursuit and accurate, well-placed shots are essential for preventing the animals from escaping and causing further damage. Through these methods, hunting teams not only protect crops and livestock, but also help restore balance to ecosystems disrupted by the overpopulation of wild boars. Following initial successes, the hunting team methodically searched the area, leaving no boar unchecked. Hours of careful tracking led to the identification of the lead boar's movements, and a coordinated ambush was set into motion. Moments of silence passed as the hunters remained vigilant. A single, well-placed shot brought the boar down within a meter of the firing position, demonstrating the precision and composure required for effective population control. Shortly afterward, a sudden rustling in the dry grass revealed another massive boar charging directly toward the hunters. A swift, precise shot neutralized the immediate threat, highlighting the critical role of experience and timing in dangerous encounters. Despite hours of hunting, the wild boar population showed little sign of decreasing. High densities of these animals required sustained effort, and the team adapted their strategies to continue the mission effectively. As night fell, with cold air providing optimal conditions for tracking, thermal imaging technology allowed the hunters to locate and target multiple boars within minutes. In a few hours, the team successfully reduced the local population, demonstrating the effectiveness of coordinated, technology-assisted hunting operations. Even as individual boars attempted to flee, skilled marksmen were able to adjust rapidly and deliver accurate shots. Herds moving along tree lines were quickly detected and controlled, ensuring minimal further damage to the surrounding land. As the night progressed, larger specimens emerged. The team executed synchronized, precise volleys from strategically chosen positions, systematically reducing the number of these destructive animals. Each shot was calculated to maximize efficiency and safety. The hunt underscored the ongoing challenge of controlling an overpopulated species, emphasizing that repeated, careful operations are necessary to maintain ecological balance and protect farmland. For a particularly demanding mission, the hunters shifted focus to a dense, swampy region in Louisiana, USA. The rugged, muddy terrain of this environment posed additional challenges, requiring the use of specialized equipment such as airboats and trapping mechanisms. In the swamp, semi-enclosed traps were set using stakes and high-hanging nets, baited with food to attract the wild boars. Once the animals entered the enclosure, the nets were released to safely contain them. Over time, multiple large boars were successfully captured or neutralized, with the use of precision strikes and strategic positioning, minimizing risk to both hunters and other wildlife. Herds trapped in the nets struggled but were effectively contained, allowing the team to safely transport them as needed. The operation demonstrated a combination of advanced hunting techniques, technological support, and careful planning, providing an example of how high-density populations of wild boars can be managed in challenging environments, while ensuring safety and efficiency. Every movement was carefully monitored, with hunters maintaining alertness to signs of prey and adapting strategies as new boars emerged from the swamp, ensuring that no threat went unchecked. A well-aimed shot struck its target, bringing the animal down immediately. Shortly afterward, additional wild boars were identified and neutralized. These animals were highly active, demonstrating both agility and resilience, making careful tracking essential. Navigating through dense vegetation and swampy terrain, hunters faced challenges such as small water channels and uneven ground, which complicated sighting and movement. Despite these obstacles, careful observation allowed the team to detect dark silhouettes of boars foraging. Unaware of the approaching threat, each opportunity was approached with precision. Shots were aimed for maximum effectiveness, resulting in immediate success with each strike. Even after long hours of tracking, fatigue was offset by the effectiveness of the methodical approach. As twilight approached, wild boar activity increased, but the team remained vigilant. Persistence in challenging conditions paid off. Following fresh tracks, additional boars were detected rummaging through mud and debris. Carefully calculated shots neutralized each target efficiently, maintaining control over the environment. Later, a particularly large wild boar entered the designated hunting zone. Hunting dogs were deployed to assist in containment. The dogs' coordination was precise, preventing the boar from escaping. Despite the animal's strength and resistance, the combined efforts of the team and trained dogs successfully restrained it, demonstrating the importance of strategy and teamwork in population management. While some boars were captured or eliminated, many remained active, emphasizing the ongoing challenge of managing this highly destructive species. Fertile fields continued to suffer damage from the persistent activity of wild boars, highlighting the necessity of targeted and sustained population control. In the forests of France, hunters moved to pre-assigned positions, carefully observing the surroundings. When a wild boar appeared within range, decisive, well-aimed shots halted its movement. Close observation confirmed the effectiveness of each strike, ensuring the threat was neutralized without unnecessary risk. Throughout the forest, the team continued cautiously, scanning every movement. Sudden appearances of additional boars required immediate and precise action. Shots were timed to intercept each animal's movement, effectively reducing the threat to crops and farmland. Simultaneously, hunters in adjacent sections of the forest observed similar activity. With binoculars and rifles at the ready, targets were identified and neutralized efficiently. Signals from other team members indicated emerging threats, prompting rapid repositioning and strategic engagement to maintain control over the area. This methodical, coordinated approach illustrates the challenges of wild boar management in both dense forests and open fields. By combining careful observation, precision, teamwork, and strategic use of trained dogs, hunters can significantly reduce damage caused by these aggressive and highly adaptable animals, protecting farmland and maintaining ecological balance.